Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grit Boys Podcast, sponsored by
Absolutely no one.
My heart's a stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Make me your radio and turn me up when you feel low.
Turn it
This
up a little bit.
melody was meant for you.
Right
Sing
there.
along to my stereo.
All right, so today we got a couple topics, but before that being said, I'd like to introduce myself as far as my other castmates. So I'm Nate Norris. I'm from Beaufort, Georgia. I go to Lenore Ryan, currently a freshman. And yeah, Faves, hit it.
All right, my name's Jackson Favors, more known as Favors or Faves. I go to Mercer University, freshman, offensive lineman.
I also play linebacker. I play football, guys.
Yeah, we all do.
We're athletes.
On to my boy Will.
I'm Will Harkness. I go to BYU, and I'm going to walk on for football. So, yeah, we're all from Beaufort, Georgia.
Yeah, so we all have a sort of friendship. We've been friends for a while, and the reason why we decided to start doing this is because we've had heated arguments all the time for either the lunchroom or the locker room, and it gets funny. It's funny as hell, and I think this is gonna be a source of entertainment for not only us but for everyone else.
Indeed.
So who wants to start? Who wants to lead us off on the first? Let's lead us off on the first topic. Faze, hit us.
All right, let's just go over the game recaps. To start us off, just going to go ahead and put it out there. Teams that did not play anybody in the preseason were awful.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at the Bengals Steelers here. Bengals didn't play absolutely no one. OL came out there, looked like absolute poop. I mean, you got a Pro Bowler left tackle that legit can't block anyone to save his life because he's not getting any help. And I mean, I don't know what to say about that one.
The Bengals OL it's not improved. I don't know why. Like the motion this year was like, yeah, the Bengals OL, man, they're improved this year. Joe Burrow is still out there running for his life.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, it's gonna take him at least a few games.
The Steelers' defense was just like they were on firing all cylinders. They had T.J. Watt, who, he was disrupting like every other play. I think they had like 7 sacks in total. It was ridiculous. Joe Burrow turned the ball over 4 times. He didn't look like himself. But the offense for the Steelers.
Oh, dude. It's not looking good. Mitch is not the guy. And if you think he's the guy, you're just fucking wrong, to be honest.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I am a Steelers fan.
Yeah, Will's a big Steelers fan.
So this was it was awesome to watch them win and beat the Super Bowl runner-ups, but at the cost of losing T.J. Watt
that game was wild.
It was from missed field goal after missed field goal, blocked extra points. It's hard because they won, but losing T.J. Watt and potentially Najee Harris for a couple weeks. Not the route you want to go.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the Bills-Rams game.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Let's go. How about we go in order phase next time? Can we try that?
Yeah.
I was just recapping.
All right. Bills-Rams. Let's be honest here, guys. The Bills are pretty fucking good. Like I'm just gonna throw it up. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Might be.
Josh Allen.
They're number one.
Is not human. He's not.
The ball teleports. He doesn't throw it.
I refuse to believe that man's a human.
He puts it in people's hands.
Did y'all see Did y'all see the thing they presented before on Thursday Night Football? He said he only throws the ball with full force one time a game, and it's not even to throw a deep ball; it's to get it in a tight window.
Okay, that's gotta be bullshit, though. Are you kidding me?
He's lying.
Lying. That's not right.
Dude, I'm sorry, but when you watch him throw, it's all arm action.
Yeah, did y'all see the video of like comparing him from Wyoming to now, like his throwing motion?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Insane.
I mean, he's on a different level.
But not just Josh Allen, but their offense is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Gabe Davis.
The first couple drives.
Stephon Diggs and even Singletary was looking good. Like they were getting chunks like every play.
Yeah, they were playing Madden, and the Rams were
Yeah,
the Rams were
yeah,
lost.
The
The Rams were lost.
I mean, after they've lost a couple dudes from that defense, there's definitely some holes. Jalen Ramsey, he
Burnt
got
toast.
embarrassed. That was
Burnt
yeah,
toast.
He got embarrassed.
Von Diggs throw the ball at him? Are you kidding me?
If I can put anyone as overrated right now,
I'm not
I will
going for that.
I put Jalen Ramsey at my number 1 overrated player in the league.
Ooh, we're making hot takes.
Dude,
He-
dude, okay. After watching the Super Bowl
honestly,
and then
that's a
watching
regular
that
take.
game,
That's a regular take. now.
I'd put him as burnt toast.
That's a regular take. How we feel about Stafford though? Like elbow surgery, and then how he's looking.
Okay.
Ugh.
To be fair, if Jaquiski Tart doesn't drop that pick, we're talking about how disappointing of a season it was last year. So
Ooh.
Stafford, I mean, he wasn't all-star in the Super Bowl. He had Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham giving him easy throws. It was I mean,
Yeah, it's kind
I
of
don't
hard to
know.
mess that
He's-
up. Cooper
yeah,
Kupp's butt naked every play.
You guys know I'm not a hater per se, but Matt Stafford's never been impressive.
Yeah, I feel that. I do feel that. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we already know Cooper Kupp's him. Like they don't even need to talk about that. Like
He's him.
Yeah,
he's him.
they,
That's all we know.
They know they're throwing him the ball and he still gets open. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and All right, let's go Eagles Lions.
Dude,
Personally, I'm a big Lions guy after the Hard Knocks. I'm a big Dan Campbell guy, but God,
Both of these defenses were awful.
They looked like a JV team at some point. Like it was kind of I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. The Eagles are looking like a top 2 team in the NFC right now after watching everybody else.
No, let's stop that bullshit real quick.
Dude,
they almost lost to the Lions, dude. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Okay, but it was a late comeback. But look, you got to look at the rest of the NFC right now. Like, dude, it's piss poor. The AFC legit has probably 10 to 12 teams that can make the playoffs. I don't even know if the NFC has 7. Like, NFC South has 1. I mean, after what happened with the Saints and Falcons, I mean, if you almost lose to a team that has a starting quarterback that's been a backup for the past 4 years, I mean, we got issues there. But dude,
like,
with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, that duo, that's gonna be lethal.
I really like AJ Brown. Like,
yeah, no, he's a dude.
I really like him.
Yeah, Hurts started slow, and he didn't. Fun fact: he didn't throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
It was all rushing touchdowns and a pick 6 by Bradbury, who is someone random that got sent to the Eagles. I don't know. The Lions, their offense is actually not bad with Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift,
I like that duo.
Sam Brown. It's not bad. It's just both defenses suck. The Eagles defense was atrocious.
Well, the one thing the Eagles don't have that they need is rushing defense. They got old, like 38-year-old Fletcher Cox out there still trying to play football. I mean, they got Jordan Davis, but he can only stay out there for about 2 snaps a series.
He's one biscuit away from being considered obese. So,
yeah. And did you see? I saw this TikTok the other day, and it was like Frank Ragnow against Jordan Davis. He was giving it to him, dude.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis getting dogged.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
he's being just bigger.
Bigger isn't everything in the NFL.
Yeah,
big Nacho Grande.
But the Jalen Hurts not throwing a touchdown and them scoring 38 points is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
38 points. Your quarterback doesn't throw a single touchdown.
Yeah, it's
you shitting me?
Yeah, so it's pretty impressive, but also like worrisome. The fact he never threw a touchdown.
Yeah.
If you can't get in the end zone through the air, it's going to be pretty. Your offense is pretty one-dimensional. So
that is true.
We can move on. 49ers Bears 19-10 in a monsoon game.
Dude. Are you kidding me right now? Soldier Field is
It's gone. It's never
No,
coming
it's
back.
done. It's done. Say goodbye.
That new dome is coming in immediately.
Yeah.
Dude,
I really liked what the Bears did.
the post game
They
slide.
were
That is Bears weather football right there.
Yeah, that is
That
Hard.
is like
hard, gritty.
it was yes.
Big
They willed that game out. Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And Justin Fields. The thing about Justin Fields, he was abysmal the first half. Like he threw for like 20
Oh my
yards,
gosh.
and it was bad. Like 20
Yeah, it
yards,
was-
and he just like didn't look like himself. But second half, he made some plays, like some major plays.
No, yeah.
I'm also
He,
not gonna lie,
he,
though.
he can make them when he needs to.
Like that
Not
throw
gonna-
that he had to Dante Pettis when he like evaded the pocket.
Oh.
That like
Yeah.
that was dirty. Not
It
gonna lie.
was a high level throw.
Trey Lance ain't looking too good though either. Jimmy G might
I
have to come
can't. You
back
can't
in.
judge.
Yeah,
you can't judge the quarterbacks based off of this game.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
I've seen people like that are like Trey Lance is just not him already. I'm like, come on, guys. He's playing in the monsoon.
It's only one game.
Are you
But
kidding me?
I'll also like there were some passes that were like easy completions and he just completely whiffed.
Yeah, the pick to Eddie
Debo
Jackson.
Samuel's that guy. Debo
Dude.
Samuel's that guy.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
Don't even get me started on him. That man is.
Is he
the
the best
fact-
offensive weapon in football?
Ooh.
oof. Yeah.
All around.
I think because of Kyle Shanahan's like mine, he gets used the best.
Yeah.
If other people have
Oh,
the mind like him.
yeah.
But the
He
fact
put-
that the 49ers didn't think of paying him deserves like major jail. Like, what are we thinking? Give that man a blank check. Sign here. You kidding me?
I mean, this game is just. I don't know. You can't judge the offenses because of how bad the
Yeah.
conditions
the
were,
weather.
but
Kurt,
Yeah, we'll see
yeah,
it.
so
Kurt Warner would have not liked that game.
Yeah.
Wasn't even field for both teams.
Yeah, Kurt Warner's
Yeah.
soft. Let's be honest here.
He's not made for cold weather football.
All right, so let's dive into the Patriots Dolphins.
I mean, I'm gonna have to be honest here. Tua might be the answer. He was looking good. He was looking good.
I'll tell you
I
who's
don't-
not the answer. Mac Jones.
Dude, Mac
Okay.
Jones is mid. He is highly mid.
Yeah, he's very mediocre.
One thing I do have to say, he doesn't have that true number one receiver. Like their wide receiving core is made up of like all 30-year-old veterans that have dropped off their prime. I'd say you put him in like a different offense where he at least has one number one. He does a little bit better. I'm not saying he would be like the greatest, but
Yeah, but the thing is, dude, he's throwing 10-yard hitch routes and he looks like he's throwing bombs. Like his arm is like winding way back here. I'm like, dude, are you good?
Yeah,
Because the
he's
weight
putting
loss-
he's putting all his might into.
Yeah, and like
Throwing
5-yard
bombs.
routes.
he lost all the weight, loses his form momentum.
I'll tell you what though, that Dolphins defense was getting after it. They were
Oh yeah.
they were way better than.
I feel like the
When I thought it was
Dolphins
gonna
have
happen.
kind of always had an underrated defense because they shift so much at the
Mhm.
line
Yeah.
that like it messes with everyone's head. It's
Dude,
just
and then
different.
that secondary is just, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
With Byron Jones and Xavier Howard, it's lockdown central.
And Javon Holland, he's good.
Yeah, dude.
Especially
he's
when they're
good.
guarding grocery baggers.
Yeah, we
But
got the local Sears
Dolphins,
workers.
The Dolphins offense, it wasn't crazy explosive, but I mean that like going for it and getting it to Jalen Waddle and then just him
Yeah.
like
Grown
making
man
everyone
Waddle
else look
dancing.
like pee-wee. Yeah, you got grown men waddling around the stadium.
Dude, that's
he's,
valid.
He's an inspiration, man.
I like
Him
it.
and Tyreek are probably the fastest, or not probably. They're the fastest duo.
Yeah.
in the NFL.
Ooh, yeah.
There's no debating that.
I don't want to overreact to the Dolphins offense, but I do like what their coach is doing. Like I like that guy.
Mhm. Yeah,
Even though he looks like
Yeah.
he's 10 years old, coaching Pop Warner ball, he's got some nuts.
yeah, he does.
Dude,
He's
he
got
does.
What did Tyreek say? He needs a wheelbarrow. His nuts.
Yeah,
around. That was,
yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
Mr. Big Draws.
yeah, Mr. Big Draws.
All right.
Well, what's
All
the
right,
next game?
let's
Browns
go to-
Panthers.
First revenge game on the schedule here
Oh,
and did not
dude.
go well.
Baker looked
Okay.
like dog.
Guys, so he
I
started
do have to
off
say, he
bad.
let him back.
He started
let
off
him back at the end.
I turned on like a drive or two when he was going like first drives, and he was trying to throw picks. Swear to God. Like he was trying to throw to the Browns.
He forgot which team he was on. I think that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
He saw the Browns.
I
Did
mean,
you see? Hold on, pause. Did you see the logo change for the Browns?
No.
I did see that. I kind of
Brownie the elf.
I kind of like that. Retro.
I
Of course, Faves. Nah.
He's not a Brownie the elf kind of guy. Jacoby Brissett. He's not good,
Dude.
but he's serviceable.
Dude,
Dude.
it's been the same way
Yeah,
for
he's just like
however long
mid,
he's been
like,
in the NFL, dude. He's the best backup quarterback in the NFL.
I mean,
That's how it
when you
always
have
will
Nick
be.
Chubb, when you have Nick Chubb,
Yeah, Mr. Nick
It's
Chubb
pretty
and
easy,
Kareem Hunt just
Yeah.
run the ball down the throat.
it's pretty easy to
Kareem
get
Hunt's looking.
behind that outline.
Kareem Hunt just gets touchdowns. I don't know what else to say. He gets like 3
I will
carries,
say-
touchdowns.
I will say though, the Panthers offense turned it on at the end with the Robbie
They did.
Anderson 75-yard touchdown, and
God,
Yeah.
They came so close.
If Baker can use his weapons, he'll be straight. I like DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. Those are good
And they got-
receivers.
and CMC is playing.
He's there. We'll see how
He's-
long that lasts. He's
Yeah,
there.
maybe give or take
I
4
don't,
weeks.
I don't want to be that guy, but he's there.
Yeah. I mean, that game was just
It was a nail biter in the end, but like it was throughout the game, it was just kind of like, nah. Like I did not want to watch it.
All right,
It's a
Well,
boring teams.
now on to
Oh,
our
wait.
toilet bowl of the week: Colts versus the Texans.
No, dude, this game pissed me off.
Dude, this was one of the worst games I've seen in a while.
The
So I-
Texans.
I
Dude,
consider this a Texans win.
Yeah, no,
yeah, I do
mark it
too,
down.
but, like-
Mark it down. Texans win this game.
Okay,
They should have won.
Yeah.
breaking news, by the way. Colts have decided to release Rodrigo Blankenship
Yeah,
2
yeah,
days
I
after
saw
he
that.
missed a kick.
That's
After missing one
bad.
kick,
That's bad.
dude.
Hot Rod, dude, he's a baller. He made game winners last year.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what the Colts are thinking, but another
don't either.
team didn't really play many of their starters in preseason. Not looking very fresh. I think Matt Ryan, he's definitely better than Wentz was there, but it also
dude.
my thing is they don't have anybody to go deep. They have Michael Pittman, who's just going to run a 10-yard dig.
Dude,
and get
Michael
you
Pittman.
15 yards.
Michael Pittman's a baller.
But he's not that deep threat that they need, dude. You can't take the top off.
Matt Ryan literally looks like he's a stick up his ass when he throws the ball. Like it's so bad.
Yeah, that was. He's an old man playing football.
He panics.
should've-
Like he panics. He sits in the
He
pocket and
he
shakes.
shouldn't have left the Falcons. He should have retired a Falcon.
Yeah. He does not look the same in a Colts uniform.
One thing I do have to say about the Colts is like their defense without Shaquille Leonard just did not look the same. He is definitely the alpha dog on that defense and
I mean,
calls
absolutely.
everything.
Derek,
It was not the same. They were not getting lined up right. Some blown coverages here and there.
you mean Darius?
Yeah, I was
Well,
about to say.
he asked to be called Shaquille now by his middle name. So
Yes. Except I'm not
okay.
calling him that.
Yeah,
that's
I re-
official.
It's not right.
sorry, Darius. if you're
Mills
watching
Mafia.
this.
Mills Mafia was on full
Hey,
effect, though.
I like what Mills
That
got
is
in his
true.
bag. Be honest,
Dude.
who are you taking right now? Davis Mills or Mac Jones?
Mills.
Dude,
And I don't
Mills is
I
Mills
mean,
is
honestly,
kind of
I'm
nice.
not.
after this week,
Mills
yes,
is doing more with less.
true.
Yeah,
true.
If we're
I do-
judging
I do-
Patriots receivers, have you seen the Texans?
I do have to say, sleeper
so.
fantasy of the week was OJ Howard, dude. Man went off 17
Yeah.
points.
Dude caught two
Dude,
catches,
two
touchdowns.
catches,
You couldn't.
30
You
yards,
couldn't
and
have.
2
You
touchdowns.
couldn't have told me he was on that team. Could
Yeah,
have told me, and I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have believed you.
Bills
I would have
dropped
looked at you
him.
and said you're lying.
Bills dropped him. They picked him up. Good pickup. That's all I can say. Red zone target.
Next game, Saints Falcons.
Oh,
27-26.
Oh my
Saints win
god!
in an
This-
absolute choke job.
I
this
swear to
game right
God,
here.
I'm looking at the hold on. I'm swear to God, I'm looking at the scoreboard. It's fourth quarter. I look at my parents and I go, "Yeah, Falcons are fucking losing this game." I swear to God. Swear to God.
Dude,
They're just-
this game proved to me why only one team from the NFC South is making it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because no way the
Oh, yeah.
Saints almost freaking lose or tie to the Falcons and are going to the playoffs. Not unless like they make
Now-
a major turnaround.
I'll say they have a good passing game.
They do. Slant-
Jameis Winston he's not elite by any means, Jabu, but slant
He's
boy,
serviceable.
like Favors is
Yeah.
about to say.
Yeah, I
Michael
think we all,
Thomas,
Dude,
Landry,
Slant Man
and
proved
Olave,
AJ Terrell
they're-
is not a top 10 corner. All the Falcons
Yeah.
fans that
What?
were just riding him, he
Wait.
proved AJ Terrell's not that good of a corner.
or you can
Favors,
just say
did
that
you
he's back and he's good. Like we all just kind of forgot about him.
Favors, did you see the unholy things? We're about to get there in a minute, but did you see the unholy things Justin Jefferson was doing to Jair Alexander?
We don't
Yeah.
have to talk about that one.
Yeah.
That's
No.
off the record.
We're gonna get there.
Oh,
We're gonna get
trust
there.
me, buddy.
But
We're getting there.
I mean,
Well,
I like what they're doing on offense. Like Patterson is a good running back. Drake London showed signs of being really good. Pitts, Mariota. I mean, he's a
Pitts is going to have
He's
another
a
one
backup.
touchdown year.
Mariota's a
he's
backup.
a backup.
Yeah.
He's
There's
there.
a backup.
Pitts
He's
is going to have another
mean-
one touchdown year. They just,
That defense, that Falcons defense has just always been atrocious.
dude.
I don't think the
Finished for the
Falcons head
past 4
coach can
years.
name like 3 players on their defense. I don't know
Nope.
anyone on their defense besides Terrell.
I can name about 2 or 3. I can give you that much.
They're just
Yeah, it's
throwing
the
guys
stars.
out there.
The stars. That's all you can name.
They're just throwing guys out there.
I think they legit may be going to downtown Atlanta, just taking guys off the street that look like they can play and just throwing them in. Because I mean,
And
it's
security
atrocious.
guards millions of dollars.
Yeah,
And us being from like Georgia, we knew the fucking Falcons were gonna lose this game. Like this is such a Falcons
yeah.
loss.
You
we
look
sold
at
them
it
up by
and
16, and we knew immediately. Well, here comes another one.
they're not pulling it out. I think they need some changes in management.
Yeah, Arthur
and,
Blank,
head
sell the
coaching.
team. You're freaking kryptonite.
I think what's it called? What was I gonna say? The Falcons just like I don't know what about them, but they just can't get anything done. Like you know them going into a game with a lead, like it's bound something bad to happen.
Yeah, I mean, they got to figure out quarterback in the offseason and just, I mean, tank for Stroud or Young.
Yeah, that seems like it.
That's definitely possible.
Let's go to the next game. Ravens Jets.
Oh.
Joe Flacco revenge game.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
That one ended very badly.
I don't know if
A
you're
lot
about
worse than the last
revenge.
one.
Joe
we're-
Flacco threw the ball 59 times.
We're just gonna call that game a retirement party for Joe Flacco, proving that he should
Yeah,
no
let's
longer be in
just
the
say
league.
congrats to Joe Flacco on a great career. That's all.
Yep.
That's what I got to say about it.
Oh yeah, he should have retired about
Great time.
5 years ago. But the Ravens just, I mean, without J.K. Dobbins, they didn't get that run game going. But Lamar was slinging it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and say it. The contract negotiations took his focus away. Lamar wasn't as good as we've seen him before, but I mean, I'm very shocked he did a lot with a little at the receiving core because
Rashad
Duvernay,
Bateman
dude,
looked good.
Duvernay?
Bateman and Duvernay.
I did not expect anything like that from him.
Dude, he's
Yeah.
good. He's been a good receiver.
Yeah, but if you like look at the receiving core on paper, it looks really balls. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rash-
Yeah.
Duvernay, receiver 2. That dude's like a kick returner, glorified. But
they
Lamar,
do have a top
Lamar was slinging
4
that
tight
thing.
ends. So. Oh, he was. No, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was.
The
He
running
looked
back.
much
running back.
improved.
I think the running back went to throwing camp this year. Figuring out how to throw the
The
football.
running back.
RB1 himself.
Yeah.
Going to Jags Commanders.
Oh, dude, the Commanders.
They're looking pretty good.
They're frisky. They are a frisky team.
Their receiving core is
Dude,
a
No,
top,
like yeah,
they're
I-
upper echelon.
I like the receiving core. I think it's like top like 5 actually.
Yeah, dude. I had freaking Jahan
And-
Dotson on fantasy. Got me 18 points off the bench, dude. And then I looked at the rest of their receiving core. all of them had at least 20. Like they were going all over the field.
Curtis Samuel's just a guy that we kind of forgot was really good at
Because he
football.
got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt for like a year and a half, and now he's back. And like Ron Rivera's like, hey, I brought this guy from Carolina.
Yeah.
I think he could be worth something. And Carson Wentz, I mean, he would. We got all aspects of Carson Wentz. We got the Eagles in his first couple years. Then we got the downhill of the Colts, and then now we're in a new phase of his
Commanders. Baby.
And he actually pulled out a dub for once.
Yeah, and then he winked to the camera, which really gave me the creeps.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to say that's pedophilic.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about that. But that receiving core, I really like that receiving core for the Commanders.
Yeah, dude, insane.
They're gonna do something dangerous. On the other side, the Jags. I don't know how I'm feeling about Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, they thought he was going to come out and do something.
I'm not gonna say bust, but like, he's there.
What
He's out there.
The one thing I do have to say is they say they vamped the offensive line, but they really didn't. They kept their 2 tackles. They only revamped the interior, and adding Brandon Sheriff was great for the run game. But their 2 tackles, Cam Robinson, he's 2 years past his prime. I don't even know who their right tackle is. He's a scrub nobody from nowhere, and he like literally watching the game. They were just rushing off the edge every play and getting pressure on Lawrence, and he just had to roll out and just hope and pray somebody was there.
Yeah, and ETN, I had high hopes for him as like, especially because I have him in fantasy, but like as a scat back, like I thought he was gonna be there, but he was dropping a lot of passes. Like he dropped like 3 ones that were like in the end zone. I don't know how I'm feeling about him. And the Jags as a whole, I mean, you just see the Jags and you're just they're out there. They're giving it their all. They're trying.
How about
Their
Trayvon
defense
Walker
didn't
though?
look, their defense didn't look. They showed signs. They showed signs.
Yeah, Trayvon Walker, that
I don't know
he
signs
balled.
of what, but signs of something.
Trayvon Walker was balling.
Yeah, was indeed. Now, okay, for this next one, I'm just gonna give a fair warning. That I don't know how I feel about this. I may just
Yes, sir.
I may have to shoot the dog. I may have to put him out back and just pull the trigger because this was an old-fashioned ass kicking. I mean, where do I start? On defense, we got freaking our rookie linebacker, Quay Walker, trying to guard Justin Jefferson half the time because we're trying to run a freaking zone defense and then like man one person. And we have our star corner guarding Adam Thielen, who can't run under a 4.5 40. And then we got Rasul Douglas,
be racist. I mean, it got it.
It's not. And a 32-year-old freaking corner, Rasul Douglas, guarding one of the best receivers in the NFL. So I mean,
it gets canceled because of racist remarks.
Yeah.
I'm very conflicted because I had Justin Jefferson in fantasy and he got me 40 points, but then also my team got destroyed. So
the Packers,
that's my take.
I mean,
Favors, as a Packers fan, dude, you cannot tell me you're not concerned about Aaron Rodgers right now and those receivers.
I'm concerned about the receivers, dude. Christian Watson, that first play, I can't say anything, dude. Like he just dropped it straight in his hands.
You think he's supplying the receivers drugs?
Oh, dude.
I don't think they've done
to.
a team. No, I think they'd be more well bonded, and he wouldn't
The
get
herbal
as
flows.
They definitely
He
will
hates.
have a
He hates his receivers.
Yeah,
he does. He actually has
he
hatred.
does. I mean, we definitely should have signed Julio in free agency. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, he's proven he can make a play every 3 weeks with the Bucks. So
the thing with his receivers, though, I just feel like he gave up too early. You can't bitch and pout first game about one drop.
Oh yeah,
and you would think he would know that out of everyone because he's like a veteran quarterback who won back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah, but he's always been a douchebag.
Yeah, he's a diva. He's a little bitch.
Yeah,
his attitude's not there, Faves. I hate to break it to you, buddy.
Kirk Cousins was showing him up. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
They've unleashed Kirk Cousins upon the NFL. O'Connell.
okay.
He's unleashed him.
O'Connell.
It's time to see.
Let's not act like Kirk Cousins is the most like if we were ranking all 32 stars, I put him at 16. Like, come on now.
He's a top 15.
He'll be like 14.
Oh, you move him up one. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
He's like he'll get it done, but he also can't be in the conversation of elite like at all. Like if I hear you talk about elite Cousins, get the hell out of my face. Like I'm not listening to that. But Jay Jettas,
he's
how
him.
we feeling about him? He's got to be like top 3 receiver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like not even close.
And I don't know if you put him with an elite quarterback, he would be putting up
even better
monstrosity of numbers.
Yeah.
So,
well, enough of that butt whooping. All right, now for the Giants Titans game, and all I gotta say is Saquon is back.
I like that,
dude.
I like that.
I gotta say he was the better of the 2 running backs in this game. Love my boy Derrick Henry, but Saquon just took over. Brian Dable has brought him back to life. He's out from the grave. That's it.
Welcome back, Saquon.
That's all I can say.
I was telling Will this earlier. Dable is really like I like Dable. I like what he's doing.
Old Bama guy.
Because ever since we've kind of like in recent history, the Giants have been the laughing stock of the NFL. Like nobody takes the Giants serious. Even towards the end of Eli Manning's career, like it was a joke. And Dable, he seems like he can do something.
Yeah.
I like what he's got going up. He made Danny Dimes look like a competent quarterback, and I don't know how I feel about Danny Dimes.
That's a hard job to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely got something cooking there.
The Titans wise,
wow. They were without any real wide receivers, they struggled.
You really saw the impact to no AJ Brown.
Yeah, for the Titans side, I'd say it really shows Ryan Tannehill is below average quarterback, and they depend way too much on Derrick Henry to run the offense.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Tannehill didn't play necessarily bad, but he didn't do enough. Like this is an inexcusable loss.
They should have won the game off that kick.
Yeah, Fat Randy.
They should have made that kick. But I'm glad that like the football gods were like, you're getting rewarded for going for 2. I'm glad. That was good to see. I did like that. And when Sterling Shepard and Saquon went up to the table, that's good for a first game as a coach. That's a good sign. You're getting mad respect. And the Giants, like, they got a new GM. They get a new coach. They're renovating everything, which is nice. That's what they needed. They were heading very much down.
Indeed. They needed a whole revamp. That's what they got.
And as far as people like overreacting to Derrick Henry's game, Derrick Henry always starts the year off slow. He'll still have 2,000 yards and go off, throw dudes on the ground. Like, no point in overreacting to that.
Well, Nate, you want to take us into our next one?
Oh boy, would I. Chargers 24, Raiders 19. If you're a Raiders fan, hold these. Hold them.
For those who can't tell, Nate's a avid Chargers fan.
If you can't see the flag in the back.
Can't see the flag in the back. If you can't see the wallpaper on my phone, I'm a Chargers fan.
Well, other than the biased opinion in this call right now,
I know.
I have to say the Raiders' offense looked good as ever, and all I can say is this game shows that this is going to be one competitive division.
Yeah, and I'm going to put my bias aside for this, but the Chargers, their defense, unbiased, looked really good. Like, as far as being a Chargers fan, my whole life.
Matt, because whoever Yeah. Whoever said Khalil Mack is washed.
He's a
Yeah.
bad, he,
Take
that is
that.
a bad
Take
man.
that.
Jail,
Take
jail
to the
that
face.
man. Jail that man right now.
Yeah.
The defense, Bryce Callahan made some impact. Derwin James, like you saw the additions that we acquired.
J.C. Jackson didn't even play.
Yeah, they're doing without their corner
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's
But-
gonna be scary when they get him back.
As far as the thing that did concern me though is the Derek Carr threw 3 interceptions, and we still only won the game by 5.
Yeah.
And that's just based off the second half. Joe Lombardi, like we kept just running the ball up the middle. Like first half, Justin Herbert was throwing fucking diming them up, piecing up the Raiders. And then second half, we just start running up the middle, running into no man's land, and you see what happens. Like we get turnovers and it didn't lead to anything. But I mean, I can't really complain. A win's a win. Through all the pain I've been through, I'm happy.
They definitely have a top 3 offense in the league. It's just play calling that's going to hold them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that can hold them back.
I mean, I think it was very clear the Herbert Burrow conversation ended Sunday.
Yeah. Herbert. I mean, he's got about the same receivers and about the same on offensive line now that they signed who they did with the Bengals. But yeah, Herbert has clearly shown that.
Yeah, and you saw
Chargers won that.
You saw that even Keenan Allen went down and he was still throwing to like DeAndre Carter, who had 1 reception as a Commander, had like
apparently
6
is white.
receptions. Yeah, apparently he's a white guy who looks like he just got hung over.
Yeah.
And he had 6 receptions and he made him look like a competent, like great receiver. But I'm like, I can't overreact. It's week 1, long season. We'll see how things go.
All right, next we got the Chiefs Cardinals in a blowout, 44-21 Chiefs. They're
Oof.
the Chiefs are. You can't even say they're back.
They're here. They've been here.
They're the Chiefs. They're the Chiefs.
So,
I mean, I all I gotta say is Kyler Murray.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
double XP on Warzone.
And I
He
think
Yeah.
ran a bit too much.
Yeah.
He's got to lock
Isn't he
in and
like-
watch his film.
You see that stat? He's like 0 for 27 or something. It's something.
Yeah.
Like,
Double
ridiculous.
XP weekend.
Double XP weekends. He just can't
It's
perform.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
but
will say, you got it, Nate. You got it.
Somehow we just forgot Patrick Mahomes is really like insane at football. I don't know who, like I've seen all this list about who's up next.
Yeah.
We're in the present. Mahomes is here. He's here now.
Mahomes definitely quieted the rumors about losing Tyreek Hill. He is that offense. He has always been that offense, and he will continue to be that offense.
Yeah. I can't even say anything. That was crazy. And the Cardinals side, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Kyler Murray and Kingsbury.
They look like a JV team.
They
For
did.
part of that.
Yeah, they
For part of
just
that
look
game.
like they go on NFL free agency list and then just click sort by height and then just choose the
Fast.
shortest guys they
You
can.
want speed? You want speed? We sure
Yeah.
hell got it. I mean, Hollywood Brown looked pretty good though. Can't
He
lie.
did.
He had good catches. Like he played well, but I mean, it's nice when you're down. Damn, 20 points. Awesome.
Now the Cardinals were without Mr. PED himself, so
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is true.
no Hopkins is definitely.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how
It's-
that affects
It's a very
him.
big factor.
Yeah.
We'll see how that
Well-
affects him going forward.
Yeah, on to the next one, dude. Holy. I just gotta say the Cowboys, they might be the worst team ever at doing the least with the absolute most. That roster is loaded. I mean, they lost Amari Cooper. They lost like 2 number 3 receivers, but I mean they still got CeeDee Lamb, they still got Zeke, still got Dak, and they're just not doing anything with it. They're still living in the 90s 30 years like later. Like I don't know what you want me to say. That they just can't perform.
I don't know who the hell keeps putting the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football,
Stephen A.
but
Smith.
whoever keeps doing that needs to fuck off. That is awful. I'm tired of watching Dak go 5 for 11 in the first half, 25 yards, and they're getting smacked. Like it's
Fun fact. TJ Watt towards Peck is going to be out for the same amount of time as Dak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
giving high fives. Dak's giving high fives. TJ Watts, he's carrying.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, I'm so over them. Like, I just don't understand.
I don't know. Look, I looked at more at the Bucs this game, and I mean they're just 4 field goals to start the game. They couldn't get in the end zone. Brady isn't. He's nowhere near a cliff, but he still has more. And Julio Jones is back, by the way. He looked amazing.
Yeah, dude.
He looked like that
Julio
guy.
Jones.
That catch he had, he absolutely burnt the corner.
Yeah.
Like he had a good 2 steps on him, and then everybody was like, "Oh, look, he's injured again." I'm like, dude, if you watch the replay, he landed straight on his knee.
Yeah, and
Man
he
can
caught
take
the
a play
ball.
out. Yeah,
he caught the ball.
Like give him a break every once in a while.
Yeah, come
I
on.
understand he's had some injuries. He's also getting old. He's like 32 now, if I'm correct.
I think what's overlooked in this game.
Yeah, all players.
Will,
Sorry,
I'm not
we're
gonna lie, you're
losing Will a
lagging.
little bit.
Yeah. You good, Will?
Yep. I was just gonna say that you look at, there were guys who got dinged up all around this game, and I mean you gotta have a little bit of luck to go deep in the playoffs, and if they're just gonna end up with dudes hurt and banged up the whole season, it's gonna be
Good luck with that.
very, very quick.
I think that's what's overlooked in this game. The fact that the Bucs didn't look like
Super Bowl contenders.
insane. Yeah, it was just the Cowboys are that bad.
Yeah.
They are that bad. And Zeke can't see out of his helmet. Like, I refuse to believe. Man's got RoboCop on his head.
He looks like a Tesla car. He's the Tesla.
Dude,
he's whipping out there.
I think they just took straight black paint and just painted over it, because there is no way that thing is legal to play.
Is that not legal? Is that not illegal to play in? I thought you couldn't have a certain like 10.
Yeah.
No, I think they like changed the rules a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was in the NFL, I'm sure as hell wearing a dark visor, because he looked pretty cool, but they got smacked. So, congrats.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, the one that's fresh on our mind.
Monday Night Football. Here
Broncos at Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
16-17. Welcome back, Russ Wilson.
The last revenge game of the week, and went straight downhill because Nathaniel Hackett looks exactly like Matt LaFleur. I'm calling it right now, dude. That decision on 4th and 5 just brought back memories of a certain game of Packers against the Bucs that just kind of sent me over the edge a few years ago. I mean, you're giving the ball back to the greatest quarterback of all time, and where do you think Nathaniel Hackett learned that one?
That might have been the worst thing he could have done. 4th and 5. For those who don't know, 4th and 5, a minute left.
You have one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever walk through.
You're on about, like, what was it, like the 45?
Yeah.
It was a 64-yard field goal.
64-yard field goal. You have one of the better quarterbacks of his generation, and
you wasted clock down to 20 seconds, call a timeout, kick a 64-yarder, and everyone knows that was not going in. Yeah,
you don't have Justin Tucker, my guy. You got some guy you just picked off the street.
You got Brandon McManus, buddy.
Yeah,
have fun with that one. You waste 40 seconds. That is the worst way to start your NFL head coaching career.
Yeah, just bad decisions all around.
On the other side of things, though, Geno Smith was the right pick.
He might have been the best quarterback on the field last night.
Oh, yes, he was. He played the best.
Yeah.
Drew Lock I'm glad they didn't pick Drew Lock, because Drew Lock would have sung put on and then thrown 3 picks.
Hey, don't hate on Mr. Put on.
57 yards. No.
He's got something left in the tank.
I could have sworn there were reports that he was starting.
There might have been, but
Geno Smith rolled out there and Played his nuts off.
Did you see that quote Geno Smith
Yeah,
had?
dude.
Though?
Are we just gonna pass over the little quote he had?
That was kind of badass.
I don't know if I'd put that one.
No,
in
that was badass.
category.
The reporter was like, "What do you just say to those?" Or she was
Can
like,
it be
talking
half?
about.
Can it be half? It's just bad. It's not.
I'm gonna put that in Jameis Winston quote territory.
The reporter was like,
I don't fully
those
understand what it
people
means,
reported
but
you
it
as a
also
W.
wasn't
he didn't write
terrible.
back. He didn't write back. He shows it on the field.
If I have a tier list here, I'm putting that same Jameis Winston territory of quotes.
Yeah, Jameis Winston. He's a comedian though.
I mean, hey,
He's got something
hate the
going.
man.
He's got
Funny
something
guy.
going for him.
Jameis
Funny
Winston,
guy.
all the way down in
Funny guy Jabu.
All right, so that recaps all the NFL
Recaps
games
the week
for
in the
week.
NFL.
And I think from now on, what we're probably gonna start doing is predicting every game now that we like have a gist of everything and keeping like tabs on how we do. So we'll do like previews and stuff of the games.
Yeah.
We'll just scratch out this week and just recap it.
Yeah. Now on to the greatest of them all, college football.
Ooh.
So Nate, would you like to start us off with your
brother,
down bad
I'll give
situation
you-
of the weekend?
I'll give you one of my Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman. What in the hell are we doing? We just lost to Marshall at home. Marshall. And I hate to be that guy, but Brian Kelly isn't losing this game.
Yeah,
as like no one likes Brian Kelly, he's not losing this game.
Brian Kelly, he's a 9-5 to 11-1 guy. That's what you're going to get out of him every season. Here and there, you'll get a 12-0 or an 8-4, but it's not very likely. But I mean, yeah, you know what you're getting with Brian Kelly. They took a gamble.
This year he might win 3 games.
He might win 3 games with LSU.
Maybe.
But I mean,
His
he took a
family.
gamble with LSU. Marcus Freeman takes a gamble with Notre Dame. We'll see where it takes him. I mean, he may just need to rebuild this year.
I really like Marcus Freeman. Like, you can tell he's a player's coach, and like you've seen how people react to him, but that doesn't mean a damn thing if you can't beat Marshall.
Yeah. Ooh.
Are you kidding me? Marshall?
Ooh.
Best thing they're known for is like a movie. Like, what are we doing?
That is true.
All right, Favors, what's on your mind about some college football? What do you got?
We're going to go to the game of the weekend. Number 1, my Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Texas Longhorns. And, oh, boy, is there some improvement to be made, and how I would not want to be in that locker room or on that practice field in a Monday afternoon. Bama just looks sloppy. Undisciplined football. I mean, you go back, watch any Nick Saban quote, talk about the rat poison. I mean, there wasn't enough to feed to him this week, and it just got out of hand. Will Anderson, star defender, gets 35 yards worth of penalties. I don't know what to say. We're just sloppy, undisciplined football, having Jahmyr Gibbs running all over them, and then we just stop running it. Bill O'Brien might be one of the worst offensive coordinators to ever walk the earth. I don't know why Saban keeps him. I mean, we're working with some of the greatest athletes on this earth, and we go out there and look like we're an average NFL offense.
And I'll say this as a fellow fan of the Crimson Tide, they don't have those dudes on the outside like they've had. Yeah. There's no Ruggs, there's no Devontae Smith, there's no Jerry Jeudy. So they got to stop with the screens.
Oh my God!
The quick throws, expecting to get big gains. They like, as you said, they got away from Jahmyr Gibbs, who was balling to start. I'll say Texas defense is Texas back? Or can you say they're back? I don't want to. They're back every year.
Is Texas back, guys? Is Texas back?
I say Texas is.
If Texas can show dominance in the Big 12, I will admit they're back. But I just can't give that early of a prediction because they always seem to give a strong early showing and then just fall off mid-season. So, I mean, that's going to be a question for later. But, yeah, Bama, dude, they like Jahmyr Gibbs, when he's your leading rusher and receiver, you got something going wrong there.
Yeah.
Like
Quinn
you have-
Ewers might be the answer.
yeah,
No, Quinn Ewers was doing something special.
but you also have to give credit to Steve Sarkisian and their defense coordinator for having great game plan, dude. Like,
Yeah, because you knew
Steve Sarkisian took away Will Anderson in the game, and Patterson just had a game plan ready for Bama's offense, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, Sarkisian knew his stuff going
Yeah.
into the game. Like Sarkisian's a smart guy and he knows Saban. And he like that Texas defense, that was something special. As a neutral fan, not a fan of either of these teams, Texas did look like elite. If people are rah-rah about Alabama this year, Texas is really gonna show some people some things this year. They're the first ever team to lose a game and go into the top 25
Yeah,
in the history of college
yeah.
football.
Yeah.
Hook 'em.
And I think that's warranted too. I think them losing that close, like they deserve to be in the top 25.
Yeah.
Well,
100%.
You got a certain Fighting Irish.
you want to take us to the game of your flag in the back there?
Yeah, Will. Being at the BYU game, let's hear your experiences.
How were the Cougs?
Yeah. So that stadium gets loud. I don't know. It was late for the East Coasters, but the whole stadium was shaking. From shank kick after shank kick. I don't think one got blocked the entire game. I think they were just all shanks. Double overtime. I mean, he just got it done. Baylor's offense was atrocious, for one thing. But BYU just like they found a way to get it done in the end. 12. They're ranked 12th in the nation now.
Cougs.
So I mean, we'll see how they do. They do play Notre Dame.
Mark that as a win.
Based on Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's not looking good.
That's gonna have to be a game of the week.
I mean, BYU does this every year. They beat a big time opponent. I think it was 4 years ago they beat Wisconsin when Wisconsin was ranked like number 8. They do this every year. They win a big game, and then they win a few more. Everyone thinks hey, maybe they got a shot getting a New Year's Six bowl, and then they lose to Iowa Tech or lose to freaking Boise State in their blue field.
Yeah.
So I'm but something that I would rather show, and me and you disagree on this, is Georgia's the clear number 1 team in the nation.
All right,
Yeah.
give your point, and then I'll give mine.
They have like the definition of suffocating defense, and they played Stanford this past week. So I'm not going to give them too much credit. Like that's my gripe with Michigan is they haven't really played anyone yet. But against Oregon, they were giving nothing up. And yes, we like to joke about Stetson Bennett, your Publix cashier worker, but like he is balling recently.
Okay. Here's what I have to say.
So
there's no true number 1 right now in college football. Now after this past week, I don't think Alabama should be ranked number 1. I got Georgia 1, Bama 2, and then leave everything else the same. I mean, pretty much the same that they came out with this week. But my thing is, Georgia played a washed out Oregon team with a brand new head coach, defensive head coach. He doesn't have his recruits in there yet. He's got Bo Picks at quarterback. It's not fit to his system. Like his offense is not designed to have Bo Nix at quarterback. And that kind of made the game a little worse for me, and especially like they blew them out. I know that, but I need to see them a little bit more conference play because I don't think they're going to beat the Utahs and the USCs out in the Pac-12. I just think they're going to go about 7-5, 8-4 this season. So I didn't think it was a good win for them, frankly.
A thing that I'm gonna be excited for Georgia is when they play Kentucky in Lexington.
Ooh, indeed.
Kentucky, they look like something's brewing up. Mark Stoops has his boys playing good.
He's got him playing team football.
Yeah, and their defense, like, I don't know if y'all got to watch the Florida game, but their defense made AR-15 look like Felipe Franks.
Yeah.
Like, he was looking really
He-
bad.
And after week 1, people were
Yeah.
enthralled by Anthony Richardson. But he just, if you look at the stat, I think he's throwing like just above 50% completion percentage, and that's like ranked among the bottom 5 quarterbacks in FBS.
Yeah.
That is ridiculously awful.
I think he was a little bit
That is
overrated.
actually terrible. I was astounded when I saw that. You can't be a quarterback for the Florida Gators and play to a point where you're throwing and completing one of every 2 balls. I will say, similar to Anthony Richardson, an athletic freak of nature, KJ Jefferson in Arkansas,
Ooh.
they are a good football team.
Sam Pittman's got those boys running on beer right now.
Turn that jukebox on right now.
Turn it
Turn
on.
that jukebox on.
Because them Arkansas Razorbacks are here and they are back.
They play a style of football that people are scared of. They play physical, run the football, play defense.
I can
Their
get behind the
quarterback
type
had
of football
almost-
they play.
Their quarterback had almost 20 rush attempts
Yeah.
last game.
It's just
That is ridiculous.
grounded out, come get some offense.
And I don't know if you've seen KJ Jefferson, but he's looking down at some of his O linemen.
Yeah.
That man is
you're not
massive.
lying.
I think it's also clear, just throwing this out there, SEC is the SEC. They're
Yeah.
no one's
The most
touching them.
dominant conference
touching
known to
them.
man.
No one's touching the SEC. People
that
can
br-
hype up USC and all this. They're not messing with the style of football SEC's play.
Yeah, dude. That brings me to another point. Like the Sun Belt, dude, 3 major upsets in one
Yeah.
weekend.
App State, shout out Josiah.
Yeah. Our boy
Shout
Josiah
out.
Wyatt and the App State Mountaineers taking down
96.
number 6 team, Texas A&M. I gotta say, the Sun Belt, I think they should be a Power 5 or in between Group of 5 and Power 5 conferences, because that right there, I mean, they've been doing well the past couple of years, and now they're making big time moves against big time teams.
They're getting paid to beat teams.
That is, yeah. I mean, Marshall got paid, what was it, 1.5 million to come and beat Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's awesome.
App State got
Nice.
paid 1.5 million to come beat Texas A&M. I mean,
And App State is a team that you don't want to schedule. Like, they're another team who plays a different style of football. Like, you saw how App State was running the football, and it looked like SEC-esque type physicality.
yeah.
Now,
And without the starting running back.
I saw Texas A&M. I was watching that game, and App State looks like a good team. And I'm not taking away from Texas A&M because I honestly do think that they're going to bounce back this week. Who do they play? They play
Miami.
They play Miami.
Yeah.
Miami. I think they'll bounce back.
They'll handle that.
That was a major upset. There were a few upsets this week. Thought Bama was going to be one of them for a minute, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, Texas A&M just didn't pay their players enough, didn't pay enough to other recruits that went other places. I mean, Nick Saban was right. We've seen all the videos. In the end, they didn't pay enough money.
Yeah, maybe we find out you can't buy players. You need to actually recruit.
And coach.
do you see that stat that it was Mountaineers had I think 1 4 or 5-star and Texas A&M had over 50.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Insane.
awesome. That's a good stat.
Yeah, it's exposing Jimbo and what he's got going on over there. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Clemson, dude? Like, okay, first game they go against Georgia Tech. Don't even pull out the window of fourth quarter. I mean, you got them ranked at 4, moving down to 5. I mean, still top 5 team, same thing. Next week, go against Furman. fellow SoCon members. And they, I mean, Furman's moving the ball up and down. They just can't get it through in the red zone. But for what Clemson's defense should be, they were not holding them at all. And then their offense, DJU, I mean, he's not looking good. I looked at the passer rating for him in the Georgia Tech game was 39, and they brought in Klubnik, the freshman, for one drive, had 96 QBR compared to DJ's 39. And I'm gonna go and say it, they got to pull him.
And I know we're going to cover this in the next episode, but those are two. Michigan and Clemson are two teams I think don't deserve to be in this top five. We have yet to see Michigan play a team of any value. Clemson played Georgia Tech, who you could argue is a team of no value.
Yes,
and
I'll answer
you have
that.
You have a quarterback predicament in Michigan, and you have a quarterback question in Clemson. Is DJ Ugalele that guy? Is he their answer? Because there were chants for the freshman Cade Klubnik.
Oh yeah,
there were chants for him at the Tech game after his drive.
Yeah.
So that's a lot
bad.
of pressure to be put on DJ. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, you got teams clawing at the top five like Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Kentucky, Arkansas. So don't know about those. Don't know about the Wolverines.
Yeah, very, very questionable to be up there. I mean, you're playing around with two quarterbacks right now in a conference where, I mean, you could get beat any week by anyone, except for Iowa, because if you score over 10 points, they can't win because they can't. Their offense can't score more than 7. So I mean, but other than that, yeah, they got to figure some things out over there.
For sure.
Well, boys, seems to be all the time we have. Thank y'all for listening. Nate, you want to close us out?
Yeah, I mean, we covered everything today. Look forward to the next episode with y'all. Peace out.
As heroes, baby. If I was just another dusty record on the shelf, would you blow me off and play me like everybody else? If I asked you to scratch my back, could you manage that? Like if we had chicken Travie, I can handle that. Furthermore, I apologize for any skipping tracks. It's just the last girl that played me left a couple cracks. I used to